When did my parents' English-only rules almost let my grandma die alone? My parents banned Korean at home, thinking that erasing our language would stop me from being the weird kid. I didn't want to be weird, I just wanted to understand my grandmother, like other kids with immigrant parents. My best friend Mina grew up speaking Korean with her family, and I was jealous. She switched between languages effortlessly, while I couldn't understand a word. At family gatherings, my cousins laughed at jokes in Korean while I sat there lost. I couldn't even talk to my grandmother, who had moved in with us for medical reasons. She would try to tell me things, and I'd nod, understanding nothing. Things got worse when my mom lectured me about how speaking Korean would make me stand out. "Look at what we went through," she said, showing old photos. "We got bullied for our accents. Dad's a dentist now, and I work at a hospital. We worked too hard for you to throw away your chances." I tried to argue that many successful people are bilingual, but my parents blocked every Korean streaming service on our Wi-Fi. My phone couldn't access Viki or any Korean content. They even called Mina's mom to make sure her house was Korean-free before letting me visit. Mina's mom had to lie and say they only spoke English at home. Everyone thought my parents were insane. Mina refused to let me suffer alone. With her mom's help, I started watching K-dramas at her house every Tuesday and Thursday after school under the guise of study group. My parents bragged about how studious I was being, but really, I was learning Korean. At first, I could barely recognize hello or thank you. Mina's mom paused shows and repeated phrases slowly. Within weeks, words clicked. Then sentences. She explained grammar, and soon I could predict what characters would say. I loved medical dramas that taught me words for emergencies. For 2 hours, twice a week, I was learning my own language without my parents knowing. One day, my parents were at a dental conference 2 hours away. I was home alone with Halmon when I heard a loud thump downstairs. "Halmon?" I called. No answer. I ran down and found her collapsed on the kitchen floor. Her face drooped on one side. She tried to speak, but only Korean came out. "Diag Sorab," she slurred. "Simj Jangim." I recognized words from the medical dramas. Help, medicine, heart, chest. "Medicine where?" I asked in broken Korean. Her eyes moved to the kitchen drawer. I grabbed it and found bottles. One had a blue label, nitroglycerin for her heart. My instincts kicked in. I grabbed my phone with shaking hands and called 911. My grandmother collapsed. "I think it's a stroke." The dispatcher asked questions. Halmon kept speaking Korean, but I understood enough to translate. She had chest pain earlier. She needed her heart medicine, but the dispatcher warned not to give it during a stroke. The ambulance was 25 to 30 minutes away. I stayed with her, translating to 911. Minutes felt like hours. When paramedics arrived, one was Korean American. "Chest pain for hours, dizziness, sudden weakness?" I told him everything. He looked shocked. "You speak Korean just from shows?" At the hospital, the ER doctor found my parents in the waiting room. "Your daughter's translation saved your mother's life. She understood enough Korean to give us the symptom timeline." After a stroke, patients often speak only their native language. If she hadn't understood basic Korean, we wouldn't have known about the chest pain, which changed treatment entirely. Halmon was recovering well. She spoke to me in Korean, and for once, my parents translated instead of forcing English. "You saved her," she said. My dad whispered, "We need to talk." "Where did you learn Korean?" I could have lied, but I didn't. K-dramas at Mina's house. Her mom taught me. I expected anger. Instead, my dad started crying. "We almost lost Emma because we were so scared of you being different. I'm so proud of you and so sorry." He pulled me into a hug, and I cried too. My mom joined in. "Maybe you could teach us," she asked quietly. "Help us remember our language too." Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.